Hey, thanks for visiting my channel, Desert Life Mama. I'm Jillian, and today we're going to be making eggplant parmesan in the air fryer with zucchini noodles. So first we're going to gather all of our ingredients. They're pretty staple household ingredients, so you probably have some of this on hand already. I'm going to start with the eggplant. We cut it about 1 inch thick. It's going to be the protein source of the meal, so you want to make sure it's nice and hearty for you. We have everything set up for the breading station. It'll be plain flour, our egg wash, and then some Italian breadcrumbs that I combined with panko breadcrumbs, a little garlic powder, and some onion powder as well. Then we'll top all the eggplant parmesan off with some mozzarella cheese. For the zucchini noodles, I did about 2 medium zucchinis. Once we cook these, it's going to cook down a lot. So if you're doing 2 servings, 2 full zucchinis is going to be a really good amount. For the base of our sauce, we're going to start with 2 cans of no salt added tomato sauce, as well as a no salt added diced tomato can. We'll do a half of a white onion diced, half of a red bell pepper diced, half of a green bell pepper diced, fresh garlic for absolutely everything, and then some mushrooms as well. Okay, we're going to start off with a preheated pan with some extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to saute some of that fresh garlic. Let that stir around for probably about 30 seconds before we add in our other ingredients. Next, we're going to add in the diced onion. Diced bell pepper, diced red bell pepper, and mushrooms. Now we want to let this cook down for a few minutes before we add in any of our sauce and spices. Okay, so we let that simmer for probably about 10 minutes and we're ready to add our sauce and spices into it. So it's 2 cans of the no salt added tomato sauce. And then 1 can of no salt added diced tomatoes. Stir this around to incorporate everything. And then you're going to season to taste, but I'll let you know what I put in for seasoning. This is going to be a mixture of some kosher salt, some fresh ground black pepper, some onion powder, some basil, and a little bit of sugar. That's the secret to the sauce. Incorporate everything. And then while we prepare the eggplant, we're going to let this simmer. And just let it simmer on low for a while. Get all those flavors incorporated together. Okay, so we're going to prepare our eggplant. You're going to want to start with a dry eggplant piece and go ahead and roll it in that flour. Get it nice and coated. This is going to help the eggs stick to the eggplant before you do the breadcrumbs. Shake it off a little bit because you don't want excess flour on it. Do a dip in your egg wash. Our egg wash, by the way, is 2 beaten eggs with a dash of milk. Drip off any excess. And then nicely coat the whole thing in your breadcrumb mixture. Shake off any excess. You're going to set your air fryer to 400 degrees. While it preheats, we're going to spray our eggplant with a little bit of Pam to kind of help with the crispness on the breading. Give a nice little even coat. Flip them over and do the same thing. For my size air fryer, we can fit only about 2 of these in at a time. So we're gonna put them in and we're gonna bake for 10 minutes, flipping halfway through. While our eggplant is baking, we're gonna go ahead and do our zucchini noodles. I have a preheated pan here. I'm gonna add some more of that fresh garlic. I told you that fresh garlic goes in everything. Stir that around just for a few seconds, get the fragrance. Okay, now we're gonna add in our zucchini. The secret to get the zucchini al dente like a pasta is 5 minutes. So get this in and coat it around with that olive oil and that garlic. Incorporate everything, but don't do more than 5 minutes because then you're gonna get mushy and you're not gonna get that noodle consistency for it. And you don't want to cover this either because it'll start to steam it. And like I said, if you're like me when it comes to pasta, you still want that al dente type feeling, especially if you're swapping out your carbs and using some vegetables in place of it. So no more than 5 minutes and then this will be all done and we can check on our eggplant and see if that's ready now. Okay, after about 10 minutes, they should be nice and crispy like this. We're gonna go ahead and add our cheese. I have small slices, so we're gonna do 2 per piece. And then we're gonna pop it back in for probably about 2 more minutes. And here we have our final product, topped with our sauce, our zucchini noodles as the base, and our eggplant with some beautiful mozzarella melted on top. All right, let's try the finished product. Very good. So that's our recipe. If you liked it, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Come back and check out some more really tasty videos I have, some mom hacks, as well as some really good reviews as well. Have a great night.